I really love these playlists. This playlist currently that's playing is called The Tower from Whitebed Audio. I love the stick, a little bit dark type of music. We look at our goal that we're gonna head to later on. So, when I ended last episode, we had our little flip ship being demolished quite a bit. I have also done my first run of components. As you can see, a lot of the... oh, wait, it's the connector. A lot of the metal grids are now gone. The only thing we still have left is 9,000 steel plates and 6,000 scrap metal. This is something we can still move over, but for that we have to have the rover empty first. And I doubt that's empty. Yeah, it's not empty yet. So that's what we're gonna work with as well. Now, when I was off stream, I had off video, I have worked on a few things, just a lot of planning. I finally came up with this concept of these streaks, so to speak. I've also streamlined this part already a little bit, made a little bit of a connection here. We're gonna fill up these triangles here a little bit better. What I did as well is I dropped the thruster a little bit down. So this one was all the way flush up there to the edge, and I dropped it now to here. And as you can see down here at the bottom, it's now sticking out at the bottom. I did this mostly because it gives a little bit more space on the inside, and it protects the inside a little bit better. Because I noticed that, yeah, I can show it with the other ones, because it was a little bit like that with these as well. The way this was placed is you could literally just go through here. So any bullet that would be fired, if it was shot over there at the ship, it would literally be able to hit all the way over here if it was shot through that hole. So what I'm going to do with these two as well, and I already prepared this a little bit, I'm going to place this one on top of there, just to make sure that this is just one fell square of material. What I'm going to do with these two, I'm not sure yet. We're going to work on that later. Next up, I've been placing a little bit of these ion thrusters, and then I realized, why am I not just doing this while recording it? Because this is truly something that does fit the building the ship part of this playthrough. And what I've done for that is I've been getting this vehicle. It was finally charged up enough that I could use it. So now we can use the little forklift, even though it is not a forklift because it has no fork, but that's fine. But these are just amazing to place these ion thrusters at the bottom. That's what we're going to use it at least for. I'm going to have to check though, are all of them off? Yeah. I have also been thinking about what color I wanted to use for these, and I think the yellow that I used for this is, I think, going to be a good color for this. Just to stand out quite well against the rest of the ship. I'm unsure if my colorblind friends can see that well, but it's, I hope it also gives a little bit of contrast. I'm probably not, because it's yellow and blue, but okay. I'm not good with knowing about that sort of stuff, so we'll get to it later. So, the plan for this episode is going to be mostly breaking down further the ships that we do have, and we want to have these large cargo containers out of here today. So we're gonna really see if we can strip down these ion thrusters. I'm not sure if they're worth it still. Do have some thruster comps still in them. Yeah, they do. They're worth it. Alright. And there's also some H2, O2H2 generators. So we really have to try to put down this ship on the ground. And there's a few different ways we can do this. We can do this either with the hauler, or we can lift down this entire ship somehow. Now that's going to be difficult. Because the moment I break that connection, this whole thing is going to crumble down to the ground. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. The thruster at the back, I didn't realize that. I only just noticed that. That is the thruster that I wanted to place. I can use this. Oh my god. I can still do the plan that I wanted to do before. Okay. I'm gonna do that right now, just to make sure that I don't fuck up anything else. So, if you don't understand what I want to do, there was a thruster here. Right here. And what I wanted to do was install basically a second one here, but the flip ship, I'm gonna dub that thing now to the flip ship, flipped so hard that the thruster that was here blew up. So we are now apparently having a second chance for this. The only thing we have to do is make sure that when we detach this entire ship will not break apart. And it seems like that's fine. I just have to make sure that everything that's in the way is gone. That's gonna be difficult. Because the moment I detach this, will this fall? No, but these two will get hit by it. These two oxygen tanks will get hit. This here is still attached to the hydrogen tank, so that's not a problem. We can maybe even use these two hydrogen tanks that are in here for the hydrogen tank that we want to install on top of here. Because the plan that I have is I want to install a third or a second thruster that's facing downwards. And the moment I have done that, I want to install two large hydrogen tanks on top of here. And then perhaps some other blocks around it. And this should be defended quite well, because this is just defended by blast doors. Then when those are placed, we can finally close off this back end. Then we can build this in again. And we can place some industrial, maybe some industrial thrusters, who knows. But then we can at least start working on closing this back part. Yeah, okay, that's actually very good. Let's just get the hauler for that. So let's turn the engines on, turn this one back to fill, and the moment I press this, all the engines should, all the thrusters batteries should be turning on. Oh, that still feels scary. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just detach the parts that are around it. So those two hydrogen thrusters that are next to it, and then the oxygen tanks, we're just gonna put them to the ground. Hopefully we can do this a little bit quick, because we're gonna do this with all the ion thrusters as well. Oh. I was already too early. So let's hope I can get into flying a little bit more again. Let's see. Yeah. It's one. We're just gonna detach all this, put it down on the ground, and then try to get the hydrogen thruster out of there. That's the most important part. If we can get that free, I'm so happy. I have to get used to a little bit to my microphone, because this is one of those, like, in this day and age, every single gaming related item has to have RGB. So when it's on in my face, it's just a little bit of a light. It's not like very distracting or anything, But it's something I have to get used to a little bit. It's a good sign, though, to see if the microphone is on or not. Because that's also one thing I wanted, is because I've screwed up with muting so many times. I bought a microphone that has a mute button on the top. But the moment I mute it, the lights go off. So that is a good thing, because then I can at least see when I have the microphone on or not. Because if I do this in the middle of when I'm speaking, or anymore, so when I can really make sure that the microphone is on or off, and it has a visual cue for that. Which means that if I don't have OBS open on my second screen, I can still see if I am muted or not. Which means that hopefully no 30 minutes of silence will happen again. Because I'm a dummy. And this will help me be less of a dummy. Hopefully. We'll see. I don't know where we're going to install these oxygen tanks, but I have some plans for that. I just have to get the majority of the important parts of the ship done. If the rocket explodes, I don't care. So we're just going to disassemble this. I'm gonna hope that the moment I touch this down, it's not gonna explode. So I'm gonna save, because I will save scum for this thruster if it breaks again. Let's hope it goes well in one try. Okay. Let's immediately fly closer to the ship, just so we have some components to work with, or some things to work with. Because what we're going to do is we're going to flip this one upright, and I am unsure yet if I'm going to do this in one try without removing any blocks. Close to the ground. There we go. So, what we're going to do first is make sure that this is installed. Okay, I'm going to go to that unknown signal because I realized something. That is that those four sideways facing D-shaped atmospheric thrusters came from an unknown signal. So if I can find another one of those, which I did, but it blew up because it started to fly away. Let's turn these off, and let's turn these off. Do I have enough hydrogen on me? I can get more sideways facing thrust, and maybe my ship won't fly everywhere. Okay, let's go for that. 360. In the meantime, when I was doing my little bit of grinding and designing, an unknown signal dropped that had a small part as well. Don't know where it is right now. There. It was just a large hydrogen thruster for small grid. So if I want to build some mining vehicles, then I can do it with that. That's an interesting. Is that a storage unit? How come I've never seen this one? Wood drill. I think that's also a new one. Alright, let's hope we're lucky. Damn, we're not lucky. Okay. Is there an event controller in here? That's just a custom turret. It's a broadcast unit. Right? It's a truss light. Truss light. Alright. Can I build that? I can. Can be used to illuminate interiors, or can be used to act as a point. Okay. It's just a parachute hatch. Okay. Custom turret controller. Why would it need a custom turret controller if it doesn't have a turret? Okay, no worries. rather just have all the components from this. The rest can just explode in a few minutes. Alright, some cobalt. What is that over there? What are you? Vehicle, let me guess. Something I already broke down. Yep, everything is stolen from it. So, let's try to get that thruster in there. The only problem that I have is if I lift it in like it's now, and I'll show you how that's going to be a little bit of a tough bit to do that. Still something smoldering at the front. It's probably one of those gravity generators. So, this is 3 wide. And the thruster is 3 wide. But these are blast doors. Meaning that they are just a tiny bit thinner. Like this amount of thinner. So, I will almost certainly hit the walls of this or these batteries. This is going to be a very difficult one. But I'm going to try it. Because I have to do it anyway. And if I have to go past these... past those blocks, then I will have to get past these batteries as well. So this is going to be difficult no matter what I do. So, let's make some room for it. And we're going to make a little bit of a platform to land it on. And once it's installed, we'll make it a little bit easier for ourselves. Okay, well, the tough part starts now. Now we're gonna flip it and we're gonna try to get it through here. Oh, that's actually gonna be impossible through these connectors here. Okay, what if I just build a platform up here first that I'm gonna put it on? And we're slowly gonna lower it down. Maybe that will work. Okay, this is going to be very difficult. Let's hope these batteries don't get hit. This shouldn't be, because it should only be... I'm going to put it down here and then try to drag it back. I really have to put it on that square there. That auto crafter might be in the way. If I have to grab it a little bit more to this point. Okay, let's flip it first. I'm very nervous for this. Steel plates. Okay, do we have some steel plates here? Yeah, we do. Good. Still sorta intact. We have superconductors. That's not a problem. We broke down one of the jump drives. So we should have all the components necessary to fix this. I don't know if we're gonna bring these parts. Can't withdraw 20 superconductors. What do you mean? Oh wait, it's not connected to the rest of the ship anymore. Here we can probably get the superconductors. Yep. So there's a few things that I can do, and I don't know what I can do, but I can bring the yield modules with me when I go to the other planets. I don't know what that will accomplish, but that's at least something I can do. Need more steel plates. Need more steel plates. Oh, don't fly too fast into that. I will die. Okay. I don't know what we'll do with this jump drive, though. Maybe we'll keep that one intact. Mm-hmm. It immediately broke. That's funny.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Let's dump this. Can I dump it even in here? Oh, I could. Okay, good. I'm very nervous about this. This is gonna be one of the tightest lights so far. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to do the best flying I've ever done with the hauler. I'm just gonna put it down first before I put any merge blocks in. I will move it later if the merge blocks are indeed in place. But for now, I just need to get it in there. Let's hope this thing is not gonna explode. And with this thing, I mean everything. Right, so these ones don't really have a front or back, and I don't really care. I just have to get it in place. Okay. What we want to do is we want to grab it a little bit close to the front. We want to grab it as close to the center of it as possible. Okay, it already does not bode very well for this entire thing. A little bit to the front. Okay. Well, here comes the scary part. We have to ease it through a gap that's basically 10 centimeters in width. We just have to place it down there. Without anything crashing. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm gonna be a little bit silent for this. Oh shit. I'll do that. Wait, was it down? Can we not? Okay. That's step one. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Okay. Oh, I was very upright. Ooh. Okay. Let's turn these off again. I was actually fairly close to center there, without being able to see much of it. So what we need to do now is we have to lower this somehow softly. Now, if I have to learn from my mistakes from the last time I tried to lower a engine like this, or a thruster, is that I really have to use half slabs to do this. I'm gonna put the light armor on this one, just so I can really use the half floor as well. That way I can switch over to my grinder and builder, my welder a little bit faster. Okay. Oh, now it's doing the sinking thing. Please don't do the same thing as the other thruster. This is not attached to anything, really, is it? It's only attached to the ones above it. Okay, this should be fine then. Okay, let's see if we can get this done. Oh, I'm nervous about this one. If I remove that, it's gonna fall. Just want to fall a little bit to this side. But I don't want to get squished in the meantime. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit on top of the other engine or the other thruster. So you have to really slowly move it a little bit backwards. Okay. Very slowly. Have to pick it up. Just move it a little bit backwards. Okay. Turn that one off, turn that one off, turn that back to fill. Okay. It's much more centered now. Just have to be careful with a lot of things about this. I'm just gonna save real quick. We're so far now.
Inventory full.
Okay. Let's quickly lower or lose my inventory. 2 more floors, and then we should be done. Ugh. Okay, it's positioning itself decently. Last 2 steps. Or last step, really, already. Gonna make it a small fall. Oh, I didn't like the speed at which that fell. Oh boy. Okay. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Come on. Last step. Is it straight? Not really. Is there a way to straighten it a little bit better? I can't really move it in any way. If I add some blocks on here, will it then weigh down a little bit more? Just do this. Let's help. Really? Because I really want to attach this. Oh, it's moving a little bit. Just by me stepping onto it. Maybe a block that I can remove. Oh. Okay, let's remove this. Let's remove this. It's in place now. This should be it. Come on, come on, come on. Did damage in any way? A little bit. Okay, but that's manageable damage. Now, if I am very lucky, then this should be done without any issues. Come on, please attach on the first try. Okay, you're not. Oh, yes, 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 yes. It's attached. It's attached. It's attached. Oh my god. I didn't think we would ever get something to fill that again. Oh, yes. Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh, that makes me really happy. Now we just need to free it up. Then we'll make a little bit of an area underneath it to make sure that it's done. And we'll also attach it a little bit better to the rest of the blocks surrounding it. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to sneeze. Let me check my mute function if it works. Like a charm. Oh my god, I can't believe that that actually worked. So we're gonna turn this block into a different block. Probably a connector in some form of another. What was that sound? Oh! Okay. Sure. Let's turn it off. It blew up that. No part of the rover got damaged, right? No, it was just these blocks. Okay.
Inventory.
Interesting. That's fine. That's fine. We already knew that we were going to clear it underneath it anyway. I'm just very glad that it didn't self-break in any way. Let's remove this then. Just to clear up a little bit. Yeah, no activation. What's it all about? Can you not access it? Oh, you probably cannot access it. What I will do later on is I will attach basically a manor into these refineries, probably through here. I will put a conveyor sorter and I will push back into this location any of the metal scraps, just so they can get repurposed as well. I wanted to say reprogrammed, but that's of course a nonsense statement. Okay, let's get the color from this, and let's give these two their real final colorization. Good. Then we're gonna place, I don't have any interior plates. We're gonna place a connector here, or a conveyor junction. We're gonna place one here, just so these are connected. Then I'm gonna install 2 of those hydrogen tanks in here as well. That's gonna be very panic-inducing as well. I might just install 1 though. But it would fit with these hydrogen tanks here in the back as well. This connector is not going to stay here. We're going to move this somewhere else. But for the time being, it's still in the correct spot. I have to think about that, but at least we did it. We frickin' did it.
Energy low.
Look at that. We're gonna think about how we're gonna move these ones, because I think this entire wing is too heavy to move with the hauler, so we really have to move all those ion engines by myself. I might do that off video, just because that might be quite tedious. Unless I can do it really quickly, but we'll see about that. How much hydrogen do I still have with me? Enough. Yeah, let's see how quickly I can do a few of these, just to make sure that I can do this at least a little bit more, with a little bit entertainingly, so to speak. So let's start actually with the ion engines, or the ion thrusters that we really have to move to get to the good parts over here. These are very broken. What's this? A gravity generator. Alright. Mm-hmm. One. Maybe we should keep that on. Mm-hmm. Detach that. Oh, that's the wrong button. Of course. I pressed the button for the landing gear at the bottom, but I should have pressed the one for the one in the back. Okay. Let's remove these ones. There we go. Remove the scaffolding at the top. Oh, still the same button. Mm-hmm. There we go. Anything at the bottom of this one? Nope. The same speed is pretty much gonna be for the entire wings as well. So this is just in total will take quite a while. So I might do this off video. Have to do some stuff first. Ugh. Let's fly straight to make it at least a little bit less vomit inducing. This is interior wall, I don't care about that.
Inventory full.
Okay. Let's just dump it in the rover for now. If it still has some space. Oops. This is your reminder to sit straight where you're sitting, just to make sure you don't sit like a shrimp. Some may call this a posture check. I'm looking out for you guys' back. Just doing leg day today in the gym, and I have to watch out for my own back as well when I do that. Just to make sure that I don't walk like a 60-year-old man when I'm 40. At least I've seen some 60-year-old men at the gym who walk better than some of the 20-year-olds that I know as well, so can also be the other way around. Okay, let's dump this stuff in a rover. Also with that comes a hydration check. Just to make sure that you drink enough water. Ah, better. Oh, don't smack the microphone, dummy. There we go. Hydration checks are important. Okay, this one is fairly accurate. I'm just gonna bring it with. I don't know why. We have so many gravity generators over there. Oh, I think the choice is being made for me. That's fine. Like I said, we have many gravitation generators. But I could have used the gravity components, but even those we have enough. Apologies. Let's get the O2H2, H2O2. Don't know what order. Let's place this one a little bit closer to the base because we want to install at least, like I said before, one of these generators and one battery per episode at least to make sure that we finally get it done at some point. If we drop it like this, then we can at least quickly turn it around in the order that we want it in. Alright, we're almost at the point where we can deinstall this large thingy majiggy. Please don't blow up like the other one. Okay, still can't believe the other one just blew up like it was nothing. Just incredible. Okay, I have to think about where to install this, so I'm gonna put it down somewhere first. Let's hope it doesn't blow up. Good. Okay, let's do the other one as well. Then I will think about where to install them. I think there's a battery there that I see, judging by those two lights. That's a good thing, really. I could really use some batteries. I think I will just install it immediately then, if I find really a battery. I think there were quite a lot of batteries in this ship as well.
Inventory full.
I didn't disconnect it. It missed just one thruster component. So this one is really intact. The interior plate. Okay. Get this bottom one. Go. Remove all the plates that are around it. Oh, okay, my inventory is full. How did I not die this time? It doesn't make any sense. I have died by hits, by collisions when flying that were half the speed of that. I really thought I was gonna die there, that hit, but alright. Sure. Or as the cool kids say these days, unalive. Already almost full on components again. Oh, I am full in components, damn. Okay. I mean, we have a lot of components at the base right now, but there's going to be a point where we're going to start building quite a lot. And then we're going to need all those components. Okay. This one also had quite a lot of thruster components still left in it. So we're going to keep this one here. Turn it around. Oh, no. Turn it around, not twist it around. Oh. Another ion thruster. Okay. Let's detach this. Good. Slowly go backwards. Place it next to the other ones because this one seems almost fully intact, maybe even fully intact. We could use some fully intact ones. And then watch me blow it up. Yeah, that was a battery up there. Good. I don't think we can immediately install it because we have to flip it around. But that's actually a good one. I wonder how many oxygen tanks I'm gonna find before I'm done with all this. And I wonder if my hubris can stop me from installing every single oxygen tank that I find. Enough oxygen to supply for like 1,500 people. And then you are alone on a ship. Enough oxygen to oxygenate an entire new planet. You're using it just for funsies. Alright, let's get this battery. Let's get a little bit crooked just so we don't hit the large cargo container. Okay. Move this steel walkway. Still fine, 80%. Good. Let's get this removed. A bit upwards, backwards. Good. Okay, let's install it close to the base, or let's drop it off close to the base. Just so we have a battery and an H2O2 that we're going to install this episode. We're just going to put all the components we're going to put in this general direction. Also just noticed something that I should do beforehand. I should really install this back on its charger. Now, because this one was so low, I thought of making like a connector with 2 hinges, but then I thought to myself, like, I don't really need to unload it. So I don't need to hook it up to the interior system of the base. I just put a connector next to the windmills. Also noticed that one of my batteries is off. I don't know why. Why is my battery off? Are they just not mine or something? Why are they off? Let me check. Oh, they are on. Or they're just out of power. Because I needed to put it to charging. Because I'm a dummy. Oh, not even all the batteries are being charged when I do this. Does it have any groups? Oh, wait, let me detach it real quick. Yeah, they're without power. Oh, all of it's without power now. Let's see. What group do we have? Do we have group batteries? Is that all of them? Yes. I love that this one's still called Boombox. That's 4 small batteries. And then we need the 5th one. So let's save that again. Then we're gonna put, instead of that, we're gonna put this one. We're gonna put it to recharge on and off. Then we're gonna park it. Then we're gonna put this to charge, and now everything should be charging. Yes. Good. 17%, yeah, this is the reason why I should have done this before. This is also the reason why it was out of power at the other base. It's because I'm a dummy. I sometimes forget to do easy things. This one is also at 54% hydrogen, so we should be a little bit cautious of that. That we don't run out of hydrogen power. Okay, let's get the H2O2. And we can install 2 of these today. Good. It's not grind it against the storage container. Okay, let's install this one upright, or not install, just place it upright. Then we can turn it whatever way we want when we want to install it. Oh, don't do that. Don't drop it too hard. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Alright. And now comes the hardest one. First, see if we can grab it somewhere. Let's just see if we can grab it here. There we go. Okay, let's free this from all of its burdens. I'm full on materials again. Don't fly too fast into the rover again and kill myself. How much hydrogen? More than enough. Alright, good. Let's free all the parts. Probably gonna be full inventory again before this thing is free. Sure, I don't care.
Inventory full.
Again. There you go. Last bits. Last bits and pieces. Still fine. We can fix the last bits when we're back at base and when we install this. Okay. Should now be pretty much loose. So now we just have to grind it loose. And then we just have to quickly get back into our hauler. It's fine. It's not that heavy. Okay. These ones had a little bit of a less proclivity to explode when I try to place them down. Let's hope we stay in that little, you know, nicety situation where they don't explode when I put them down softly. Good. Now let's hope that they don't explode next time as well. The hauler is at 41% hydrogen, so let's quickly put it back to rest for a bit. And we'll use it later to install the batteries and the H2O2 generators. Oh, I have to... Damn you, mouse, work with me. I am screwing up. Apologies. There, was that so difficult? It was also a 37% charge, so I should really put some attention to that. Okay, That one's almost being filled again, and let's just leave it to charge for a bit. Let's see how full the batteries are of the ship. They're probably getting drained quite hard now. Yeah. I think that was the reason why the last time I thought like it would empty so fast. It was because these were just getting drained so much. Alright. So another thing we have to do is move this thruster up on here. That's one thing we're gonna do. I don't know yet where we're gonna install this one. We might just leave it as it is, or we might... I don't know yet. Maybe we will move one of the other large ion thrusters we have from one of the other ship parts. I don't know where that one is. Was it here? No, it wasn't here. Why is this on? It's been on the whole time. Damn. Right, here's some batteries that we can still move. There's a hydrogen tank. Here's another battery. How many batteries does this one have? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this one still has 9 batteries at least connected to this part. Here's another H2O2 that we still have to move. Here's another H2O2 that we can move. There's a lot of hydrogen thrusters that we can still install. Was this the one that had the large ion thruster? I think this one also had a frick ton of batteries. And a large remote control that we can use. I think this one had like... Yeah, this one has a massive amount of batteries. Which is good, because they're all intact as well. So we can flush out our entire base quite well. We can install so many things. With this one, what we're going to do later on as well is we're going to remove all of the blocks on the top of this. And we're going to just try to get everything out of here that we can. For now, let's see what we're going to do next. We can still install a lot of batteries. If we can free them up. There's 2 over there. And there's another one on the other side. Right over there. Let's see if we can free up some batteries and see how far we can get with the bottom side at least. It's always difficult to work with because there's a lot of things that you want to work with, that you want to work on, but the problem is that you are not able to work on a lot of things because some of those are at the bottom part of the ship and you cannot, or at the top part of the ship, and you can't do that until you are done with the bottom side of the ship. Damn. I did that good. Watch me do it bad now. Can I get this to roll? Can I move this? Not really. Oh, there's still uranium in here as well. Oh, so just 11 kilograms. How heavy is this thing? 4,000 kilograms. No wonder I couldn't move this. Good. So I want to detach all of these. Then we have some small hydrogen tanks that we want to install as well. Oh. What did it blow up? This battery? Oh, this battery got blown up. My apologies. Also should just remove this small reactor. We have a lot of small reactors right now. I should have just removed that one in general. Then we at least have some reactor components in case we have to rebuild something.
Inventory.
It hurts me to break something that I shouldn't break, but... What about this battery? Yeah, that one got damaged as well. Both of these can be repaired quite easily when I have the components. This one has no problems, but... And there's a small cargo here that's still intact. Then there is a hydrogen thruster that's... We don't care... Well, we do care about. We want to keep as many of them intact if we need any of them in the future. A gyroscope. Can I make firework launchers? Yes, I can. And we don't care about that either. Problem is only that if I remove that, this one is free. We do need a hauler for all that. Let's see how far this... Batteries are at 62% charge. Let's leave it charging for a little bit. Let's use some other parts for a bit. Okay. The other thing that I was doing is on this side over here, I've installed 2 ion thrusters. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make them... I'm still fleshing out how I'm gonna protect them, so to speak. But I want to have like ion thrusters around this entire site. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to place them here as well. But I at least want to place them in this corner here as well. And then I've already placed one over here. Now the way I want to place these is pretty simple, really. Oh, let's just... Oop. Let's see, I have now some ion thrusters that are free. But I need my... Of course, I put it back to the charger. How far is this? 67%. This one doesn't take that much power. Turn that back on. When we're done with this one, we are just gonna... Oh, yeah, this one jitters a little bit when you zoom in. And it produces a lot of smoke for some reason. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to grab it as straight with the grabber as possible. We're just gonna line this with the front of the thruster. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this upwards. We're gonna turn this around a little bit. Turn the top around a little bit like this. And aim it downwards. Then we're gonna take the parking brake off. Grab it. Move it up. And let's drive. Never too fast, because even with this vehicle I will be able to tip it if I make the corner too strong. There we go. Now what we want to do is we want to align it over there. What we do, go back to here, turn it around. Then we turn it in such a way that the elbow is facing a little bit of a good direction, probably this one. Then what we want to do is we want to turn it in such a way I have to turn it a little bit like this. Yeah, there we go. So it's currently a little bit in a weird position, but we can work with this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna lift this up. Oh, don't go too high because then I'll hit the ceiling. This should be decently close to it. So we're gonna up it a little bit. And we're gonna drive forwards a little bit. See how close we are already to the actual end position. Fairly close. Gonna extend it a little bit. I think we're very close to it now. So what we're gonna do, so we are going to remove, oh yeah, look, it's the blocks that I used the last time when I did this. And there's still some here left as well. At the end of this build, I should really look through if there's any merge blocks that I forgot to remove. install it here. There we go. 8. Is a bit late, Mr. Auto Repair. So let's see if we can get it in. We have to go a little bit more to the right for this to work. Is that already correct? It's very close, but it's a little bit more roll, so we have to go a little bit further this way again. And go from a little bit more of a turn. Can also just use the arm if this next turn doesn't work too well. No, I think we have to use the arm a little bit further. So we have to give it a little bit more, or a little bit less roll. There we go. Now it has a little bit more yaw, I think. Yeah. What we can do is just turn it a little bit like this. Yeah, this is so difficult to figure out sometimes. Should be fairly close now. Let's see how close we are. Oh my god. That's so tantalizingly close. Let's see. Okay, let's straighten it out a little bit. I can't get any closer to it. Oh, There we go. Okay. Let's turn it a little bit backwards. Good. Cool. Don't want to be upside down. Okay. Let's do that for one more. Then we're gonna see how far the hauler is charged back up. Oh, don't want to hit that. Oh, I already hit that. Oh, it was just a gun. Thought it was one of the batteries, but luckily it wasn't. All right. One more thruster over here that we can get, and there's one more thruster over here that we can get. That should be enough for this side. Okay, let's do that again. You really want to grab it as straight as possible, because then it will be as easy as can be. First we're going to lower it. Then we're going to turn that front part around. Straighten it out a little bit. Turn that all the way in the front part a little bit. Pick it up. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that so hard, but we are here now. Okay. Let's turn around. This might be a little bit harder because the pillar is here and there's two of these turrets here, but I like a challenge. Let's see where I have to install it. So I think it will be easier to install this one first. Let's put a merge block there. Then we have at least a little bit of an area where we can aim for. Then we're gonna turn this one upside right. Upside right. Good English, bro. other way around. That should already be fairly close to what I need. Okay, let's hope that I can get at least a little bit closer without issues. That should be fine. Okay, let's put a merge block on top of it, so we have at least a little bit an area to aim for. Build that. Good. Now, if I move it up a little bit, we should already be very close to it. So let's just move it up and then move forwards, put down. Should move a little bit more backwards and to the right. Right, this is already fairly the way. Yeah, from just turning a little bit. Okay. If I do this, then it should already be close. It's very close. Alright. A little bit downwards. Forwards. There we go. Done. Okay, let's move that arm in a little bit. Yeah, see, that's what I thought would happen. There's just a lot of buttons you have to keep track of when you're moving with these bar cranes. So when I move my crane, I have to click that remote control on the bottom. Then space and C make my arm extend and retract. A and D make the first rotor move, which moves the entire front. Q and E moves only the frontal part, and W and S moves it up and down. So it's just a lot to keep track of when you're using this thing. Alright, let's keep this, let's install the last engine or thruster as well, just while we're at it. There's an assembler here that we don't really need for the time being. Okay, let's grab this. We're decently aligned as we are. Just have to move the arm a little bit down. Extent, I can grab it. There we go. Mm-hmm. Move back over. Lower it a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can align this in a fairly short amount of time. Not because I'm in time constraint, but I just want to get faster at this. Make sure it's upright first, a little bit better. That's fairly fine. Okay, yeah, that's very straight aligned with where we need to place it. Okay, let's place these there then. Mm-hmm. So we want to install it aiming... Oh, it's a little bit close to the ship. Let's move it a little bit forward. Should be better. We're already pretty close to it, so there we go. So let's see. If I can just move myself over a little bit like this, then it should be closer to it, and then we have to move a little bit up and then Yeah, a little bit up, and then we should be there already. So, a little bit like this. Mm-hmm. Move a little bit further this way. Almost. Okay. Now we have to move up a little bit. Okay. There we go. Now I should be able to maneuver this in place. There we go. And that was it. That is, at least on this side, all of the engines, or all the thrusters for the ion thrusters installed. And look, more oxygen tanks. So many oxygen tanks. Let's attach this. There we go. Let's retract this just to make sure that if I drive past with the rover, I don't hit the arm. And let's put this to charge. Good. Now, how far is this? It's at 66%? Yeah, 66%. But the big batteries are recharged. The small batteries just so quickly to drain. Oh, this should be full. Alright, I don't know why it says then 66%. So just a battery somewhere that is not well in use or something, or gets drained faster. I don't know why, but all the big batteries are at least full. So what we're going to do is we are going to move some batteries around. These big batteries. And what I want to do is... I just want batteries here. I just want this like a battery array. I don't want to install the reactors here. I want the reactors more to the center of the base. Or the ship. So let's see, where are all the batteries? Here's some. So we want to install them in such a way that this is going to be the bottom. Because then we're going to be able to look at this side. And we're just going to be able to flip this around if we get some steel from somewhere. Oh, look at all these cargo containers, man. How many cargo containers does this one have? What are they named? Small cargo. Okay. Cargo. It has 6 more of these. Good. You're making sounds like you're hitting something. Now we have these batteries up here that we're gonna grab. I think we're gonna grab that one fast because I think that one's gonna fall. Okay, let's turn these engines back on. Then we're gonna turn this one back to auto, and then we're gonna press 2. Okay, we're gonna grab that battery because I think it's just jittering off. It's already almost off, so let's grab it before it actually falls. Let's hope it doesn't explode when I touch it. Like everything does that I touch. Was that episode from Fairly Odd Parents with the mom? Every plant that she touches just dies. That's what it feels like with my playthrough so far. I have to walk on eggshells for things not to explode the moment you touch them. Okay, another battery. Then we have already quite a lot of batteries that we can install. I think the moment I have most of these in the correct orientation, we can really quickly place all of these in the correct spots. It's just the merge blocks that are gonna take most of the time. Alright, let's see if we can get this in the right orientation. Here's one. Done. Next up. That's 2. Three. Ooh. Oh, I pressed my dampeners off. Don't know. I'd fingered the dampeners key. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to just install quite a lot of merge blocks. And the way I want to install this is just have already the merge blocks installed on the blocks and just place them down here. So we're just gonna have the base make these. Then we're just gonna have to make sure that the merge block is facing to the left or right of the correct face. So when we're standing in front of this, we want the merge block to face either this way or this way. Alright, let's go. Let's just grab the first one. Colorization can work afterwards. Let's just do it like this. I don't have all the components. Let's get all the components. That's the good part about being established a bit. All the components you don't need to gather. You can just fly over and grab them. Okay, let's go in. We just have to grab it in the correct orientation. That's over here. Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay, let's move some of the merge blocks. So what we're gonna do is just remove these two. Then we're gonna place the merge block here. Put the it was too fast. Right, then we're just gonna place 2 merge blocks here. Okay, so remember, standing in front of it, we want to place it on facing this side. There we go. Facing in front of the correct side, and then facing to left or right. Doesn't matter which way, as long as I can grab it, and I can grab it. So I didn't have all the components. I thought I did. And now I do die. Okay, sure. Where do I respawn? Sure. Hey, look, it's my body location. I am a dummy. I am a big, big dummy. There we go. Let's place these. Oh, which one do we grab? Doesn't really matter. They're both aligned pretty decently with how my ship is facing right now. Just have to make sure that my ship is stable. little bit forward, so I hope that's not a problem when I try to align this with the other merge block. Okay. Let's lower this. Mm-hmm. Oh. And there we go. One more. It's facing in this direction, so we can just grab it. There's nothing in the back is in my way. Okay, let's grab this. I love that this is just the first part where I installed the grabber at the bottom, and it was just in such a good spot that I got used to it so quickly that I never moved it to somewhere other place. Even though this was basically just the landing gear that was supposed to be just so I can work on it. And that's just where I kept it. I don't want to make this ship any bulkier than it is, because it's already hard to maneuver sometimes. Like right now. There we go. That's another battery installed. Mm-hmm. There we go. Let's install a new merge block. And let's switch this one around. Then we're going to install 2 new batteries. And then we just already have a little bit more of a corridor here, where we can walk over this. Maybe we'll even make catwalks, who knows. And then we'll make upside down catwalks for this top part. I don't know yet. We'll figure something out. I just want to make this ship as flushed out as possible. One thing I can even do maybe is put a row of gyroscopes on here. Oh, that would look nice. Now some catwalks over it. Ooh. I don't know how many gyroscopes I have left, but I probably have enough that I can fill quite a bit of them. Alright, I'll think about that. Okay, this one's detached as well. And then we have one here in the correct orientation as well. So let's place this one first. Is this one in the correct orientation? Yes, it is. Alright, no it isn't. It's upside down. I want to stay consistent now. We'll grab it later. On the other side of the base. There's a battery here. Yep. Need some steel for this one. Might as well just grab it from here. Let's turn it around. I didn't die from that one, did I? Good. Standing in front of it, block on the top. Go. Alright, let's use the hauler again. Blocks here are installed. Yeah, let's go for this one first. Is this the correct orientation? A bit more straight. Still 57% hydrogen left. fine. I'm so glad that I installed more hydrogen tanks, because otherwise this would have been just a hell to keep this thing afloat. Like every few minutes where you moved some stuff around, you have to put it back in the storage, so to speak. Oh, not crash. Please. That's not. Well, it was bound to happen at some point. That would have been my second save scum. My apologies for that one. That was dumb. Yeah, I did something stupid. Basically, I was feeling myself falling to the side, and I pressed spacebar instead of the button I was supposed to press, which was just turning around and otherwise softly let me fall to the floor. Because when you press spacebar and there's something above you, you're gonna die. Okay, hydration moment. My apologies. That was the second save scum. Damn. I am surprised that this was the first time I've ever crashed the hauler in such a explodey fashion. Like, so far, not a single time I've actually managed to do that. Damn. Alright, how much progress I lost? Okay, I'm at this point. This is right after I installed these two. I think there's now one battery here. Yeah, there's one battery here. And one battery on the other side, so... it's not the worst. But it's still pretty bad. Like, damn. Okay. Try this again. Then we install the merge block. And then we're gonna try to not screw this up, which is difficult for me. No. I was thinking about where to install the large cargo containers, and I was like, oh, should I install them right here? And I thought about there's a hangar and there's a hangar, so maybe not. Okay. Retry. I don't really like save scumming, but if I lose the entire hauler, I'm pretty much destitute, because I have no components to fix this. and I will have no other way to really get the materials in the top. I can think of other ways, but let's just say that they are ways that take so much time that I wouldn't even like doing it, let alone I think it would be worth watching it. Like a lot of pistons that move stuff up, and then you have to move them manually, or with a very small vehicle push them around. Alright, let's hope I don't die this time. I don't even know why I had so much issue with that one. There we go. Yeah, I really don't know why I had so much issue with that one. I think it's just a combination of getting scared the moment I started tipping. I should also remove that chimney with the merge block on the top. That has been there since I moved it over here. Okay. There we go. Last battery of this episode. I shouldn't really fly so crookedly. The ship is not built for that. Okay. Last battery. There we are. Pretty far already with the batteries. Okay, I have to look at it a little bit from the sides. I think this side is better. There we go. Alright, let's put it back on its charger. There we go. Turn these off, and put these to fill. Look at how fast that hydrogen is recharging. How fast am I emptying out my hydrogen tanks? Not fast at all. I have a lot of charge, and then I still have these three are nearly full. Yeah, they're 97.7, 82.4, and 82.4. So we have more than enough hydrogen still left in the ship to probably build this entire thing. Not to get into space, but we'll get to that as well. So, we got some batteries and locations. We are now halfway done with the batteries, at least in this part. We can think about, yeah, let's do that. We've done a lot of flying this inventory, or this inventory. Thank you, brain. Hear word, say word. Let's think about what we want to do here for decorations. So I was thinking about, let me drop my extra tools here as well. Oh, I can't. But this one. Can't. This one's full as well. Is everything full? I think everything is full. We have to install the large cargo containers. So what I was thinking about is filling it up with this block, at least full. Maybe even place like some interior. What's that block called? Interior wall. Just thinking maybe something like this or this to have like some pipe network here, and then place the what was that? Oh, it's control menu. Okay. And then we can place some gyroscopes maybe on top here. I just don't know how many gyroscopes we have in total. I think we have quite a lot of them actually. We have a decent amount here. Yeah, we have 3, 3, 2. So we have 8 here. I think that's all of them in here, actually. See, gyro. Yeah. That's one ship. Then we have this one. This one has a few of them. Let's see. Gyro. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That should already be enough to fill the entire road. Yeah, we can do that. So what we're gonna do then is place the gyros on top of the batteries. Like right in this area. And we'll cover them with some catwalks in some way. So now we're just gonna think about what do we want to place here then? Do we want to place passages here? Some windows, or... I was also thinking about this. Just place this so you can still see every component that's around it. Why is this one off? It is mine, right? Yeah. Okay. Are they still depleted in 6 hours? Fully recharged in 3 hours. See, that's better. I think it's when the ship has to recharge. It drains quite a lot of power. Ooh, the playlist is this for finishing this episode. Oh, that gave me quite some lag. Thank you, YouTube. So we can use the cross to do this. But then the floor might look a bit weird. What I can also do is use catwalks. I think it's either graded. I think we're gonna use either graded or the steel ones. But the steel ones will make us not be able to see everything. I've seen this this being used, so you can put this in front of it, and you can still see the little bit of lights. I'm unsure if that will work. Let's check that out. No, it actually doesn't. Okay. Then we're not going to use such a concept. What else? What else? So we have these graded catwalks that we can use. And put them like this. I think that looks not the best. But that way we could access a lot of the things. We can make the access point this area here. That way we can get down with a staircase here. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I really want to segment everything as well, just so we have a little bit... If there's a hole at some point, we don't lose all the pressure in the entire ship. If we place this, then we lose the oxygen tanks look. What if we place the graded then? We can see everything that's underneath it. We can place like these above the... I think we're just gonna place most of these ones above the gyroscopes. That way the gyroscopes are at least covered. But then what we could do is perhaps place these passages like here. Yeah, I kind of like these passages. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use these. So what we're gonna do is then place them like this. We just don't have any light sources. There's probably one that has a light source, right? Passage 3 light. Yeah, but that one is closed on the sides. This will make it very dark down here. Play this. Thought I still had like 20 minutes. It's still playing. Okay, that's weird. Also should color these now before I lose the color coding. Interesting, interesting. Should I just do it differently? Because then we're gonna place the gyroscopes on top of here. Let me just place these weld pads for the time being. And they're at least already made. Wait, no, I should not make this one yet. I have to use this for a merge block. Sorry for the computers, but this way we can at least get the gyroscopes installed. Otherwise you cannot install them. We just have to manage to get them out and place them upright. That is the hardest part of all of these. Probably gonna take some work with the lifter together with the hauler. Alright, so I think I'm getting close to calling it a day. So let's install one of these H2O2 generators. I don't have any steel blocks. I don't even know what a majority of the steel or the gyroscopes are in this build. Okay. Let's work on these. Ah. Okay, so this one is a little bit more finicky. We have to start from the top to do this. Okay. It's one. This one's a little bit broken. Let's get the components for this real quick. Just to make sure that we move it as full HP as possible.
Energy low.
I know. I'm gonna be in the hauler soon, then you don't have to worry about that. Okay, and let's... Of course. Just gonna already disassemble that ship a little bit. So, before the next episode, what you might see is that some of the ships are a little bit more grinded up. Or some of the parts, like there's 2 more ion thrusters that I need to install at the bottom. Those might be installed for the next episode. Usually what I do is, when there's very repetitive tasks, like it might also be a few more batteries installed for the next episode, I might do those off camera. Just to make sure that what I do is constantly new. Like there's constantly a new thing that I can do, because I don't want this to be battery moving simulator. I want this to actually look interesting. At least interesting enough. As much as you can make this game look interesting. I think it's interesting, but I'm playing it, so I want to make it also interesting to look at. If you catch my drift. Okay, let's try to put this into place. Interesting song. Reminds me of something very specific. That was a little bit of a bad movement on my part, but I'm glad it worked out in the end. Okay. Itchy legs, itchy legs. I have to grab it a little bit further to the back. So I hope also that everyone that saw the last episode got as much laughter out of it as I did. I really cracked myself up with that one. When that ship did a barrel roll over this entire ship, I didn't really know what to say. It was just interesting, to say the least. I think the one that I'm currently holding is still filled with ice, because holy damn. It is heavier than the rest. Let's install these two. Here we go. Turn these off. And turn this one back to filling. Good. Is it filled with ice? Yeah, I thought so. It was very heavy. Let's see if we can get this one a little bit further this way. Very cyberpunky songs. Very good game, so. Go. Let's hope I can build this one. I can. Good. Okay. So we're gonna install this one here. Ha, that was faster. Okay, let's hope I can get it a little bit closer without squishing myself. Good. Now let's give them the same color treatment. And there we go. Now we have 5 O2H2 generators. Are they on? Yeah, they are. Why are they not generating it? Are they generating? Oh, they're not filled up. They're not connected to the rest of the base. That's why. I remember, because I was only going to do that when I was done with this. Okay. Well, so we did actually quite a lot today. We installed a new thruster. That should be the last large hydrogen thruster we are ever going to install on this ship. Then we installed some batteries. I moved this one off camera. I placed a few of these. And we did some work on the bottom. We moved some blocks around. We got the 2 large cargo containers out of there. Let's see, do I have... No, nothing. Okay. Just rebuilt this just so I don't start moving them next time and they're still half
Fuel
broken.
low.
Oh, that track fuel's low. Oh. I was happy that that happens just 2 seconds before you're gonna run out. So annoying. Okay. Don't die again. Okay. Let's repair this last bit. Oh. Oh, it was just enough. Okay. And there we go. So, next episode, we're gonna really hard think about where we're gonna install those component storage containers. I don't really know yet where. I also want to keep this area a little bit open, like especially this one, in case I'm gonna get another one of these assemblers. If not, I might just install a lot of assemblers around this one. Just basically just one here, one above there, one above there, and just have this as the main one, and then the 4 around it as like cooperative. And then we'll install the cargo somewhere around here. I'm not sure, maybe here. Like we'll just put it 1 block next to this, but we'll see about that. Then I'm also thinking about like installing catwalks around this in such a way that we can walk around this and feel like we're really, you know, walking through well-designed, quote-unquote, the base. We'll get to that. At least for the time being. Oh yeah, we also installed some of these ion thrusters. For the time being, thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to this point, then thank you very much for watching. And I will see you in the next episode. And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.